21. God hath purposed the salvation of all men, having made known unto us the mystery of his will, according to his good pleasure, which he hath purposed in himself, that in the dispensation of the fullness of times he might gather together in one all things in Christ, both which are in heaven and which are on earth, even in him. Ephesians 1, verses 9 to 10. It is evident from this passage that God hath purposed to gather together all things in Christ. God's purpose agrees with his will or pleasure. He wills to have all men saved. He has no pleasure in the death of the wicked, and accordingly he hath purposed to gather together in one all things in Christ, both which are in heaven and which are on earth. This is God's purpose. This is what he hath purposed in himself. And this is not the gathering together of those things only which are in Christ, but the gathering together of all things in him. Unto him shall the gathering of the people be. Genesis 49, verse 10. And Jesus confirms this. And I, if I be lifted up from the earth, will draw all men unto me. John 12, verse 32. Thus we see all things are to be gathered into Christ. They are all to have his Spirit and partake of his new creation. For if any man be in Christ, he is a new creature. Old things are passed away. Behold, all things are become new. 2 Corinthians 5, verse 17. By the phrase all things, as Archbishop Newcomb says, is meant all persons, all intelligent beings.